Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. Man. We got Love is Blind yet again. Hey, I said, hey, I'm gonna just watch it with y'all, bro. Cause I don't know. She ain't even tried.
What, tried to watch it?
Yeah. She said she ain't wasting her time. Hey, but you said what?
I said it's not a point.
Hey, man, we got the Love Bombing Olympics. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. But hey, with that being said, before we get into it, make sure you check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go if you want to first support. You got to do it. Check out down below. Also, if you enjoy today's visuals.
Lock it in with a thumbs up.
I still might go back and watch it just to be nosy for the drama, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, let's go. Let's check it out. Let's see what's about. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's get it.
When I was younger, I was actually extremely unattractive and nerdy and weird, and people didn't talk to me. I had like this big afro. I had braces.
In case you haven't noticed, I'm weird. I'm a weirdo.
When I was younger, I was actually extremely unattractive. Can you believe that? Like, I know it's hard to believe that I was nerdy and weird and that nobody liked me. But as you can see, that's the total opposite now. Like, however much that was true then, the opposite is true now. I'm on a reality show. I'm pretty much the coolest guy ever. Like, I don't have to do nerd stuff anymore.
Now that I have more attention physically from women, it's irrelevant, right? That same version of me back when I wasn't attractive, it's irrelevant, right?
Look, this whole being attractive thing is kind of new to me, and I'm sick of it. I get all this attention from women, but I can't figure out who actually likes me for me.
And I was just gonna say this, and he got short man syndrome.
Is it short?
Yeah, it's a lot of them on here that was short, and they were just insecure about their height.
Oh, they was talking about it.
Yeah.
Me, and who likes me because I'm beautiful. Maybe I should go into some kind of pod and stay there for a while. Welcome back, everyone, to season 8 of Love is Blind. Things are really starting to heat up. Actually, they're not at all, really. Everyone's had one date so far, and some of them are already deeply in love. And that is completely normal and okay. There's no need to question it. Nothing's wrong.
I really want someone that just loves me for who I am and doesn't really care about what I look like.
I just need someone to accept the fact that I used to be really unattractive. I'm not now, though, but I was before. But I'm not now. I'm all handsome and stuff now, but before I was nerdy and weird and unattractive, but I'm not anymore. So anyway, now Alex talks to this girl Madison and they bond over, you guessed it, traveling. And look, I'm not saying you can't bond over traveling. It sounds like she actually has done a lot of it. She spent a lot of time in Europe and then lived in the Middle East for a while. All I'm saying is every person who has ever been on the show loves to travel and they want to travel and see the world. It's almost always the first topic of conversation with people. It's like, what do you love to do? Travel. I want to.
But that's the problem with society now. Everybody feel like I travel, so I feel like I'm better because I travel and I've been even on Pop the Balloon. They like, you got a passport? I'm like, y'all don't be asking the right question if you want to go about that. What's your credit score? What's your debt history? Nobody asks questions like that. Like, those are premises of a marriage. Like, hey, when we get married, bro, what's your credit score looking like? What's your credit looking like? What's your income to debt ratio? Yeah. All y'all care about, you got your passport. We be traveling. Do you own a car? Do you got proper driver's license? Do you got any fines that you still owe the government or something? We ain't asking no question like that. We just want to know, you got a passport? I love traveling. Yeah, I go to states and I'm always on the road going. But a lot of, you don't know if the man broke or not.
True. You
don't know if the lady broke or not.
But
how long have you been in your career?
Honestly, with situations like that, asking those questions, people just lie. So.
But those, my thing, those are better premises on.
No, I get what you're saying, but
you know,
I get what you're saying, but that don't mean that you're going to get the truth out of someone just because you ask those questions. True.
But it's like.
But no, I
compatibility ain't traveling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, when was your last relationship? All right, what was the premise of the reason why the relationship didn't work out? Oh, okay. Y'all just grew apart. Okay, that's understandable. But how long did it last? Like the questions about family and stuff, sometimes those are good questions, but go more in depth about those. Don't just let that be a deciding factor of maybe I don't have such a strong relationship with my family, or maybe because some people run away from family because family can be so toxic.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want that to be the premise of what my future family might. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I might not have a strong relationship with a parent or with a sibling or with family members. It might be a reason because I saw so many red flags in that I, like not just traveling. Because I hate when so many people bring that up in the conversation, or hey, what's your education looking like? Do you got a college degree? Okay, what did you major in?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Do you volunteer? Are you a giver, or do you only care about yourself? Like those are very high qualities of having,
Yeah.
Go do things in places.
Madison! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to talk to you right now. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay, wait, remind me where you're from.
I'm from a small town. I'm just a nerdy kid from a small town. I used to get picked on. It's no big deal, Something I've noticed about this show is a lot of people are like, oh, in the past, I only cared about looks, and that was the only thing I went for in relationships. But I don't know if going to the other extreme is necessarily a good idea, just to, prove that you don't care about looks only. And in a weird way, it shows that they still do care about looks because it's such a big part of the concept, and they talk about it constantly. Luckily, it's just a random coincidence that everyone on the show is usually conventionally attractive, so it just kind of makes the whole thing pointless. They really can't sneak a Gino in here or something. Like, they have to do this every season. Is love really blind? Can a real connection be formed solely based on person?
You know what? That is true. But I'll say this. Guys, I think attraction is easier for a guy than it is for a woman.
What you mean?
Because especially on Love Is Blind, like the guy, as long as they feel as though like some attraction sexually, they be like, oh yeah, I can be with her. The girl be like, oh, you got the money, you got everything. They be like, like last season, she's just you ain't attractive.
Even though he supposedly
had all this money and
but
all,
she was just like, I can't get past your looks.
Yeah, but he was head over heels with her. But it do be vice versa though. Because you remember the one? What was her name? Jessica.
I don't remember.
The one that said she looked like who she said? Megan Fox. He said, "Oh, you Megan Fox."
What's her name? Jessica? Hannah?
I can't remember. Was it Hannah? You might be right.
I don't know.
Or Heather. It was something like I don't know.
Hannah. I don't know. I don't remember, child. But
oh no, the other girl name was Jessica. We was like, he would have been more attracted to Jessica. Yeah.
And the other one was, I think Hannah. Was it Hannah?
Something like that.
Megan?
No, she said she
like
looked like Megan Fox. I said she looked more like Adele.
Maybe it was Hannah. Anyway, it don't matter. They probably know. But yeah, situations like that. But I was about to say something. Now you made me lose my train of thought.
My bad. But yeah, when she said I look like Megan, he said Megan Fox. Oh, Megan Fox.
Oh, I was about to say sometimes it just depends on the person. I feel like. Because you will still have some women that'll date someone that may not be that attractive or they not even attracted to at all. Yeah. But it's because they got money. They have something to offer them or they don't have to do much. So they're like, I want to just take one, for whatever.
So at the end of the day, I wonder why the chick why it just didn't work out for them then.
Because maybe that's not what she was.
Because you remember she said she wanted a guy that. She even said
but she also probably wants someone attractive too, but with money.
Because she said I want a guy who could take care of me 100%.
Yeah.
He was like
he was willing to do that.
No, I don't think he was.
I think he was.
I don't think he was though.
I think he was acting like he was.
I think he was willing to say it because she kept saying it.
Yeah.
But he kept saying, I don't want somebody that want me for money.
But you keep talking about it. That's why I was like, with that situation, shut up. Because you keep talking about the money you have. You keep talking about the wealth. You keep talking about this, but you don't want someone for that. But you're leading with that. So just stop talking about it. But anyway, that's not about this. Come on.
Personality. Let's find out.
On this one, you just said I kept bonding.
Love bomb. Yes.
No, not love bombing.
I mean, trauma bond. I was saying trauma. Yeah, I said trauma bonding. Yeah, because every time you was like listening, like, because I was listening, but you were watching it, I was like, what are they talking about now? I'm like, this is so like trauma.
It's some story. It's some
yes.
by picking a bunch of attractive people with no personality.
Do you like to travel?
I really love seeing different ways of life, and
Yeah.
so that is one of my favorite things ever to do. So I
That's
really
so
love
cool.
that you like to travel.
What are you looking for in a partner?
Travel. I just want someone who's kind.
I'm just looking for a kind traveler. I just really want someone that's willing to take slow motion shots of me walking down hallways. All right, I know I'm making fun of people for just doing completely normal things at this point. It's more so how the guy introduced himself. I find that way too hilarious now. There are, of course, plenty of moments on the show that are very normal and boring where two people are just bonding over normal shit that anybody would talk about. I'm not trying to rain on everybody's parade and make fun of them just for talking and having a connection. I'm just trying to travel, you know? I just want to travel. I think I'm just frustrated that I'm not traveling right now, and instead I'm just making this video.
Really important to me that like people feel safe with me.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
You're
God.
saying all the right things, Madison.
Every time I try to be like, all right, I'm not going to make fun of anybody. I'm just going to keep an open mind. I'll just watch the show, all right? It's not like I would be any better on here. I would be awkward too. Anybody would be awkward. And then I watch another minute, and everything I just said just flies out of my brain. It's mostly just people's reactions to completely normal things, like when Tom pulled a chair out for Darcy and she started crying. This whole show kind of has that energy. Somebody will be like, I want you to feel safe, and then everybody immediately wants to award them a Nobel Prize. So anyway, Madison starts telling Alex about her upbringing, and all I could think is, everyone has to write all this stuff down because they're talking to so many people. They're basically taking spark notes on each other and then deciding later on which ones they want to go back to or not. It's just funny to me that their idea of finding a true love connection is flipping through notes and comparing lists of bullet points about people.
Well, I had a rough time in school. I was like relentlessly bullied. I was beat up in the hallway. I remember going into lunch and I'd try to sit down at a table and people would like
Girl, you don't want no dude like this. He gonna pass
like,
that energy
bro.
on to his kids.
I'm like,
You know that really be what it is though. Sometimes
what?
that's why some parents, because what they experienced in high school, and they teach their kid, you know that boy. You know what I'm saying? You beat him up before he beats you. You know, it's because they don't want their kids to go through what they went through. Like, bro, grow out of the high school shit, bro. Like, you are a grown ass man now. Not the high school still got that big of a impact on your life. That sucks.
Yeah.
push my tray off the table.
So obviously this is a very real thing that happens to a lot of kids in high school. I'm not denying that, but I gotta be honest, I don't believe this guy. This might be an unpopular opinion because when I look it up, it seems like a lot of people like this guy, but he just strikes me as the Trevor of this season. I'm not buying a word that he says. However, I have not watched everything so far, so I don't know how it all goes. I'm not trying to be too hard on everybody before I know the whole story. This is just kind of the gut feeling I'm getting. I don't think he's necessarily completely lying about being bullied, but I feel like he's definitely leaving out context and acting like he was just the kid that got picked on by everybody all the time, which I doubt.
And so I'd go like eat alone in the bathroom or like in the practice room and like play piano or something. And I have really bad ADHD. And so I failed high school basically.
All right, yeah, there's definitely some details being left out here. You don't just fail high school because you have severe ADHD. Like, that's not how that works. Of course, it can make things more difficult if you struggle with ADHD, but it sounds like he's kind of just saying, oh, well, I couldn't even pass high school because I had ADHD. I didn't really have a choice. Something is telling me that he's just painting an overly sympathetic view of himself for everybody. Oh, man, if I'm wrong about this guy, I'm just going to seem like another person that's bullying him for no reason. I hope you don't have to go sit in the bathroom, dude.
It's so great how we're like just getting to know each other's voices.
I know.
Like,
Yep, that's the show.
It would be so weird to meet each other and like put the face with the voice.
Oh my god, I can only imagine what that feels.
Oh my god.
Wait, why is that so crazy to think about right now? You guys just met, so it's like just meeting a stranger for the first time. That's all it would be. After people have formed a connection and they're only talking to one person for a while, I can understand why they get really excited about seeing them. But when you just met somebody, it's like, isn't it gonna be crazy when we see each other? I don't know, not really. You probably won't even see each other.
I feel like yesterday we like just did the whole like, who are you? What's your story?
Yeah.
And I immediately wrote down like, Mason's so cool, but like, is he goofy? Will we laugh together?
That is huge for me in a partner. I mean, I want to go home and have someone who is
Oh,
just
she froze.
done with me.
Oh, that's huge for me. Being goofy, acting goofy. I very much enjoy humor. One time I watched a comedy movie.
And that's the one problem I have, like when it comes down to the show and stuff. Y'all tell the person what y'all are looking for out of a person. And they, oh yeah, I most definitely can do that. Instead of allowing them to just show you who they are.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm looking for a person, just look for that. Don't tell them that's what I'm looking for that in you.
Yeah.
He was if y'all can laugh together, the best time for y'all to be able to laugh together will be without, you know.
Yeah, just let it come natural.
It will come natural. Like what? Yeah. Just in hindsight, you will never find what you're looking for by telling somebody what you're looking for.
Facts.
I seen that play out like as a kid, like straight out. You literally told somebody what you're looking for in a partner. They told you everything. That's who they are. But when you got with them, completely opposite. Everything was opposite.
Yeah.
Just doomed to fail.
And I laughed the whole way through. It was very funny and entertaining. So yeah, humor is very important to me. I enjoy a good joke. I'm also really into commitment and like love and stuff, loving feelings.
I hope you can follow this, but like I listened to a Joe Rogan podcast once.
Okay.
Okay.
And he was talking about how people will pour like some kind of material into like an ant tunnel, like an ant home.
This is getting pretty tough to follow. I don't know if I can comprehend this kind of information. Mason, you better start acting goofy really fast because honestly, you don't strike me as the goofy type. I don't think you're goofy. You have a very ungoofy personality. I think you're trying to be something you're not. To me, whenever somebody's like, oh, that's exactly what I want, I'm the exact same way. For the most part, it just seems like they're trying too hard. There seems to be a lot of personality mirroring that happens on this show. There are definitely plenty of couples that I just haven't talked about that are more genuine. But whether it's conscious or subconscious, I think a lot of these guys just start telling the women whatever they want to hear.
Ant homes are so intricate underground.
Oh my god, it's incredible.
No, I just heard about it. There's different powers out in the universe.
Honestly, she sounds like that meme where people are like, oh, sees one Joe Rogan podcast and then just starts talking about energies and elk meat. I still just can't get over the fact that she told him this might be hard to follow and then proceeded to talk about people pouring molten aluminum into an anthill. And now she's talking about powers in the universe or something. I haven't seen any of those Marvel movies. Is that like the Infinity Gauntlet or something like that?
Yeah.
And how like once you reach a certain energy and certain power, you can actually control the weather. And I was like, oh my god.
What is she talking about? Am I clueless here?
I think that's why I kind of.
You've gotten to this point.
Yeah, and that's why I kind of tapped out of it.
Because I'm like, what?
I said, bro, the
we
conversations we having, bro, it's just boring. Y'all are boring people. This season it's a lot of boring.
Ain't nothing's
people.
wrong with being. Nothing's.
No, these are boring people that should not be like.
I guess what for
everybody life shouldn't be televised.
For a show like this, I guess.
I need some little firecracker, you know what I'm saying? A little feistiness, a little, you know.
That's what you want.
You need some balance. You need the crazy, but you need the boring, and you got that balance, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe not crazy.
Yes, you need that crazy. You need somebody, you know what I'm saying? You can get a crazy, attractive chick in here.
You like that.
I'm saying it's entertaining.
Same for the show.
For the show, we need some little drama. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Bitch, you know I like that man before you. The ratings will go up.
Definitely no.
Yes.
No.
I need some, man.
No,
like, come on.
That's not this type of show. It shouldn't
Flavor
be.
Flav showed y'all the way. Flavor of love.
No.
Hey.
No. No.
Had better ratings than The Bachelor.
I guess it's refreshing to not have that because you have so many.
I'm just joking.
I know, kind of, sort of. I don't think you are for real.
I'm saying they're too boring. On that part, I'm saying, but like the craziness is fun. I think you just need more entertaining people.
But you don't need all the extra to be entertaining. But yeah, I get what you're saying though.
At least one. At least one. At least one. You said that motherfucker serial killer. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's
we done had though before though.
Oh, no.
Remember the last year dude said, if you leave with me right now.
Oh, really?
Yes, you remember it was one dude on there last. He was like, just leave with me right now. Just tell me you'll leave. And they both left the show. Was that last season or the season before? I think it was last season.
I think it was like.
And they both just left the show. He was like, leave the show.
Last season was. Was that the one with
remember the
AD on there?
No, that was the season before.
Then that must have been the season before.
Last season was the season with
no, it was last season. I think he did say that.
The one that the girl just her and was he Hispanic or Puerto Rican or something? And she was in the military and they kind of broke up because they couldn't see eye to eye with the military backing because she.
Oh yeah, that dude.
Yeah,
that was
and they
last,
were honestly the only connection they had was sex.
Yeah, that was last season, and I didn't even get through it.
We didn't get through all that.
I was seeing clips and stuff for them, but I didn't.
But we got up to around that part.
Yeah, up to that part.
Yeah.
Once you reach a certain experience level, you get to just unlock the ability to control the weather. I don't even know what I'm supposed to say to that. She just said if you get enough energy and power, you can control the weather. She's not being very specific, so I'm not sure if she's referring to technology that slightly modifies the weather or if she means like an individual person can control the weather, like Storm from X-Men. Anyway, let's check back in on Dave. Let's see what Dave is up to.
I told some of the girls that I had my own OnlyFans.
Yeah?
And they believed me. I was like, nah, I'm just kidding.
He has his own OnlyFans account.
Yeah,
that's what he means.
You want to hear the saddest fact in the world? As I was watching the first few episodes, I was like, you know what? Dave might be the saving grace of this season. Dave and Megan seem to be the only two so far that actually have a personality that I can distinguish. And yet all Dave has done so far is just joke about someone being old and then tell everyone he has an OnlyFans. That's where the bar is, okay? You don't have to do very much. They brought like 40 people on this season. We've heard from 6 of them, maybe. No offense to everyone else here, but how can they be that boring to not even make the cut? And they shouldn't take offense to that, because being too boring for reality TV is probably a good thing.
What type of kisser are you? Are you like super aggressive kisser, kind of like laid back, kind of feel it out?
I think it depends on the vibe of where we're taking things.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
All right, Dave, what kind of question is that? Are you like a super aggressive kisser, or are you more laid back?
He told y'all he got an
when I first
OnlyFans
see you, should I
account.
just go to town or what? The way he says it, he's implying there's just one default type of kiss that everyone has, and it's just always going to be the same. Anyway, so now we're going to move on to Daniel. He's the 5'8" guy. That's the one thing I remember about him. That's not even that short. He's acting like he's super short. They couldn't even get the short guy storyline right.
I journaled about you last night.
Did you?
Oh yeah, but the other dude, I think he talked about him being short too.
But 5'8" is like, I'm thinking they like 5'4", 5'5". The way they talking.
Mm-hmm.
Your name may be in my journal as well.
Oh my gosh.
Honestly, after this show, I might have to cut the phrase, oh my god, completely out of my vocabulary. It's a common thing to say. I'm sure I say it a lot, but I mean, come on. It's their reaction to everything. Anything happens, and they're like, oh my god. Oh my god.
I know it's enhanced a little bit, but I think
that like you're on my mind.
The first time we talked, if we agreed on something, you kept saying, I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
Instead of just saying like, yeah, true that, or I agree.
That's what I love about you, Daniel. You could have said, I agree, or true that, but instead you said, I'm there with you. That's what a gentleman does, Daniel. If you had said, I agree, I would have gotten up and left the pod forever. When you say you're there with me, it's like you're here with me. It makes me feel like you care about being in this pod with me. Daniel, I'm not trying to be dramatic, but I love you more than anybody has ever loved another person in the history of the world. That's not something I say lightly. Like, I don't just throw that around.
For some reason, the response, I'm right there with you, is like, again, so comforting. Like,
Yeah.
you're right there.
There's like 6 episodes in the pods. We have 6 episodes of this. The phrase, I'm there with you, is just so comforting to me because it's like, even though we're in different pods, it feels like my heart is in your pod, Daniel.
And then when you talked about like having children one day and being a dad and a family, referring to your wife as the mother of your kids.
She keeps making this point.
The season wasn't even that long, and after this, on the second episode, people start asking them to get married.
Is it just?
I wonder, did he mean 6 episodes or did he mean like 6 people they focusing on? Because remember he did like 6 couples.
Maybe 6
couples. I hope.
A dad and a family, referring to your wife as the mother of your kids.
She keeps making this point about how he refers to his future wife as the mother of his kids. What else is he going to refer to her as? That's what.
This the one.
I was listening to this one, wasn't I?
I think it was on the other video.
But I remember watching it too, though. How many episodes this season?
Or how many episodes?
Yeah.
It's 14 episodes. And it is 6 episodes technically in the pod.
Whoa.
And then the 7th episode is when they like start going on.
Damn, that's gonna be that's a long season, bro. All right, I'm gonna have to lock in and watch it.
But it's always 14 episodes. Well, it's 13. Last season was 13. Because they have the reunion.
Mm-hmm.
But still,
There's still more episodes.
The 14th episode is the reunion.
It's more episodes.
But it's still more episodes. So.
But she would be, right? I'm not even trying to say anything bad about Daniel, but why is she giving him points just for wanting to have a family? That's very normal. A lot of people on the show want that. Of course, it's an important thing to agree on, but she keeps mentioning it like it's a very unique thing that he's got going for him. Like, oh, he wants a family and kids. He wants his children's mother to be the mother of his children. I cannot believe that. What are the odds we both want that? I knew I was going to meet someone.
You think that's a red flag, though?
What part?
That.
No,
sorry,
what part for real?
But that's a red flag.
No, it's just nasty.
But no, you think that's a red flag? Him saying the mother of his kids and not looking for like saying my wife. I want my, you know what I'm saying, my wife, my family, my kids.
Yeah, I just think it's strange.
Oh, what you got on your hand?
I have no clue. I have this lotion on there.
Oh, that's nasty.
She'll put everything in your mouth. I have this lotion on it. The lotion smells good. It may not taste good, but it smells good.
Oh, I ain't not swallow. Go. But we didn't have a conversation about that.
I think it's a little strange also for you to okay. That's nasty. Also for you to be constantly talking about it and the way that you're phrasing it. It's just a little off-putting for me.
I would say it's weird. Because we didn't say that it's weird for anyone to ask for.
Like you just asking for kids.
For kids, but not a spouse.
But
or not a partner. I was only seeking to have a child with someone, but not a family and not a foundation. Mm-hmm. It's every time you talk, I can't wait to have a kid on either side. But you're not saying I can't wait to be a mother. I can't. That's another thing. Just because you want kids, that doesn't mean you're ready to be a father or a mother. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't speak on that either. Yeah. You're not saying, oh, I can't wait. I just can't wait to have a kid. Are you preparing yourself to be a father or a motherly figure? Mm-hmm. Or you just can't wait to push a kid out? On both sides, though. Yeah. Why when you asking, I can't wait to be married and build a family with the person that I love. Yeah. Sometimes you got to be intentional with the way you speak things out. And so we're like we always say, words hold power. Mm-hmm. When you push things out into the world, you speaking things to existence. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Speak on what you want. Do you want a family? Do you want a marriage? Do you want a wife? Do you want to? And then, do you want to be a husband? Do you want to be a wife? Because that was a conversation me and my mom, we was talking about. We was like, a lot of people said, oh, I want to get married. But they don't never say, I want to be a wife. Or I want to be a husband. Yeah. I want to make sure I can be able to uphold those duties of their nature. A lot of people just speak and say, I want to be married one day too. Okay, but do you want to be a wife? Duh. If I'm going to be married, no. Do you understand what it means to be a wife? Do you understand what it means to be a husband and what responsibilities come with those duties? A lot of people don't.
Mother of his children? I cannot believe that. What are the odds we both want that? I knew I was going to meet someone special here, but damn, Daniel.
Those are all like notes that I have written on your page in my book.
Yeah.
Literally in quotations, mother of my kids.
All right, I think we get it. I couldn't help but notice this season was supposed to be bigger than ever, but where the hell is this guy? How boring was this guy? What did he do? What did he say? Why did they not include a single thing from him? Here's another background dude. Don't know what his deal is. Anyway, I think that's about it for this video, and the next one will continue into the next episode. Before I go, I just want to say that if you enjoy my videos here on YouTube, I think you'd especially like everything that I have over on Patreon. Unfortunately,
yeah, y'all go support people on Patreon and other platforms where y'all can get true, raw, authentic content, even with Quick Slice. But I'm just saying, like, like a lot of people do want to do more on these platforms, but they're limited. You know what I'm saying? Limited what they can do and what they can show and what they can.
If everything could just be put, yeah, that would be great. True. But unfortunately, that's not the case.
And that's the reason why we also do have a Patreon that we constantly tell people about, and some people complain and
not understanding the reason.
Personally, I don't care about the complaints because little as $3 you can indulge in content that we unfortunately cannot. If we put it on YouTube, it's going to be a striker. It's either going to be a block, or also we might be paying for a service that you might not have to pay because the service you can watch it on Patreon with us for a cheaper,
Yeah.
But hey, but yeah, y'all go check out everyone's additional content, man. But most definitely, if their content is interesting. If their content is not interesting, we all can't vouch for it.
Yeah.
But hey, y'all spam us up, man. That was a good episode. That was a good episode.
I may check it out. I don't know, child. Just watching them, like the clips.
Just make it through
videos.
make it through the first 2 episodes to see how you feel.
I started on 3rd episode.
Huh?
I feel like I don't already.
No, I have to go back and watch the rest of episode 2. You ain't seen all of episode 2. I haven't seen all of episode 2. But y'all spam us up in the comments, man.
Please.
Let us know y'all thoughts about it in the comment section down below. But until next time, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is
Sarah Nicole.
We are.
Kid and
We
C.
are.
No time to kick it, got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar, 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 dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back